All right, we are live. Hey guys, my name is Nestor Nidome. Welcome to Tuesday night's elite training, right? Orientation. There's gonna be a lot of good stuff going on right now. So just give me a couple of seconds as you go get something to drink, right? Go get something to drink. Shout out Facebook. Bring a notepad and a pencil or a pen with a little highlighter or something because you're about to take some notes tonight, right? And it's going scene. There's going to be a lot of stuff. You're going to be learning a lot of good things, and I'm excited to get started, right? So, but what I'm going to do, what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of going back and forth, making sure that everything is good, making sure that we're live, which I see that we are. If you see me, if we're live, just put in the comment section below. Put yes, I see you, Nestor. If you can hear me, make sure you put a yes on the comment section. Say, hey, yes, Nestor, I can hear you. And also, we have the little chair, the little share. You can share our webinar here, right? If you have somebody who is gonna like and benefit from learning more online marketing skills, learning more online marketing tactics and stuff like that, then share it on Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, or in LinkedIn. All right. So I will appreciate if you do that. That would be awesome. That would be amazing. And again, like I said before, like if you guys don't know me, if you are an Elite Marketing Academy, right on the comment section, I am, right. Yes, I'm an Elite Marketing Academy. I'm a cadet in the academy, right. If you're still not, that's okay, right? That's okay. You will be, but I just kind of want to know who's here and who is not, right? And we're gonna get started in just a second as you guys are getting all your paperwork done, all your notes and stuff, and setting up, your thing, right? I want to thank you right now. I want to be appreciated. I want to appreciate you, and I want to thank you for taking some time out of your busy schedule. I know that sometimes, to be honest, we don't have a lot of time. We don't have a lot of time, and I know that everybody's time is precious, so I don't want to waste it. I want to be able to, for you to say at the end of this webinar, I want you to be like, my gosh, this was a great hour. I'm so thankful that I got here. I'm glad that I was here, right? And because of the quality of the training that Nestor gave, right? I want that to happen, right? I want you to have that mindset. Also, guys, just in case, right? If you're getting here, right? Just for getting here, like I promised, just for being here. If you scroll down next to the comment section, there is your special gift. All right, just click it. It's a PDF. You can download it. You can keep it, save it, print it, right? Write some notes, use it, right? Make sure that you implement the information that's in there and enjoy it, right? That's yours. Even if you're a cadet or not a cadet, that's okay. And also, as you can see, there's a link now there to click here to sign up as an elite cadet, all right? Most of you guys are just cadets right now, but I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna talk to you about what the elite program is and what is that all about. Okay, you guys are gonna love it. So, woo, there's a lot of stuff to cover today. There's a lot of stuff to cover. So who's ready? Who is ready? I want you to, say yes on the comment section. I want you to say like, yes, I'm ready, right? And we're gonna get started in just a couple of seconds. Let me go ahead and I like to talk from the heart, right? I like to talk from the heart. I want to make sure that everything I say comes from inside of me, and everything is as truthful as it can, and as sincere as possible. But also, as well, as any professional out there, you must follow some sort of outline or something like that. And that's kind of what I do. But hey, you know what? The truth is that a little bit about you guys and why you guys should be listening to me. I've been an entrepreneur for many years now. Over like serious entrepreneur. I always call it serious entrepreneur because I made a big, huge goal, right? Back in 2005. But before 2005, I was already venturing in businesses, right? I've been doing stuff. But in 2005, what I did is I was reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I said, you know what? I want to create a goal, right? A 10-year goal that I want to be free in 10 years, right? In 10 years, I want to be free. I want to be able to work from home, right? So what happened is that I was still working at Pizza Hut. I was still a manager. And this is one of the things that I want you to understand, and it's very, very beneficial for you, okay? See, right now you probably have a job. Right now you're probably doing stuff. I don't want you to quit your job, okay? I want you to stay in your job because you need that income to come in order to fund your business, all right? See, what I did it the wrong way, right? I quit my job, right? But that's because I bought an actual business, an actual, like brick and mortar, like, an actual physical business that you can go into, right? And I sold my home. I did all that stuff, right? Actually, it's another story, another, problem. But we actually moved back to my parents, right? My wife and I, we didn't have kids at that time. So, but yeah, you know how that is if you actually have the experience, right? But I wanted that restaurant, right? I wanted that business because I knew that business was the answer, right? But long story short, what ended up happening is, I still didn't know marketing. I didn't know that I didn't know. I didn't know what I didn't know, and that hurts you a lot, right? In business, what you don't know really does hurt you. Being, like a lot of people say, ignorance is bliss. Not necessarily. Ignorance sometimes can hurt you a lot, and so that's what hurt me in business. See, when I went into the, when I was in and this is kind of what I was going to tell you, that I want you to put yourself in this mindset right now that you're in your job, is that when I was in my job, I hated it. I hated it. I didn't want to go. I hated it every single time. Right? But I soon turned that around, and I learned to appreciate the job, not to love it, but appreciate the job, because I say, you know what, I'm going to use this experience as my school, right? And I'm going to have them pay me to teach me how to run a business. Because here's the thing, it doesn't matter what job you have, most likely somebody owns that business. Most likely it's a business structure in one way, form, or another, right? So here's the thing, I want you to change your mindset right now. If you still have a job, and starts to see that job as your school, right? What can you learn? What can you see in Pizza Hut? When I was at Pizza Hut, when I changed my mindset, I said, you know what, I'm gonna use this as my university, as my college, right? And so I learned how to become a manager, how to become a general manager. I had them send me to manager school from Pizza Hut, which is one of the best managerial schools out there for pizza places or restaurants. And so I was educated as a trainer. I was educated as a manager, as a general manager, right? And I had all this experience, and I always saw it as like, they're teaching me how to run my business, right? I learned how to run a multi-million dollar a year business, right? And so when I went into my restaurant, I bought my restaurant, guess what? I was doing good, right? I was doing good. I did over a 7-figure, income with that restaurant. But here's the thing, the problem was that I didn't know how to market. So steadily, because of the economy, I'm not blaming the economy, but because of the economy, a lot of people around us were losing their jobs, were losing their home, right? So they were leaving, but yet there were still people. And my biggest mistake was I never learned the marketing part. I learned how to manage, how to hire, how to fire, how to keep the books, how to do the taxes, right? All that stuff. But I never got taught how to market my business. So I didn't know exactly what to do to pull people into the business so that I can thrive, right? I was just surviving at that time, but I needed to thrive, right? And so that's when I started to come into the mind, and that's when I came into the online world, right? And I started to say, you know what, I have to understand and learn the online business, right? The online business model, right? And so again, long story short, that's when I started to become an entrepreneur in online. I started to learn everything I could, right? Like everybody, right? I kind of fail. This is, I don't want to say this. This is prune juice, right? And I use it. I like it. I don't know. I like it. My wife makes fun of me, but I like the taste, right? I like the taste. I don't know why, but it's good. A lot of people just prune juice, but it's prunes, right? I like prunes. I like the juice. So don't make fun of me. All right. So back to the thing, right? So I knew I need to learn that, right? And here's the thing. If you've read Robert Kiyosaki, the reason I started to say, you know what, I need to learn marketing is because I was following Robert Kiyosaki's story, right? And doing what kind of he was doing. He learned how to, kind of like me, right? Not to his level. I didn't do it to his level, right? Because he did it to like multi-million dollars, right? And he lost it all, right? I didn't necessarily lose it. I really didn't get into debt, but I also didn't make as much millions as he did, right? It's still a seven figure, but the thing is that that he what he did, if you know anything about Robert Kiyosaki, after he did it, he went into Xerox, and see, he had that mindset. Remember, like, I don't know if you know his story. He went into Xerox because he knew that he went back to he was going back to his rich dad and asking for advice, right? So you need a mentor, right? So he was going back to his mentor, the rich dad, and asking, okay, what's next, right? So several things happened, right? He told him, okay, you got to go to college, go get in your local community college, go get an accounting class. You need to learn how to accounting balance sheets and stuff like that, right? So when I was doing it, I was learning accounting too, right? And then he say, okay, you need to run a business. Just start a business. Doesn't matter what. It's better if you fail when you're young, right? So that's what I did too, right? I started a bunch of businesses. But then, I later on, when I figured it out, I was reading his book again, and I have all his library right here. One of his books actually signed. I met him twice in person, and and he signed one of my books. So what happened is that he said his rich dad told him that he needed to develop marketing skills. He needed to learn how to sell. So that's when he went into the Xerox company, right, and started to do Xerox. See, here's what I want you to understand is that if you're failing right now, if you're kind of struggling right now, that's okay, right? Robert Kiyosaki struggled for like a year or so or two or something without getting any sales. He was almost like at the brinks of like just being like broke and not having anything, until he actually was able to get a breakthrough, because he was there, pounding and pounding, and then he became like number one in his company. And that's when he quit, right? Everybody's like, why are you quitting when you're on up down? He's like, no, it's time for me to quit. I learned everything I needed to learn, right? He used it as a university. So I was kind of following all this stuff, throughout the whole time. And that's kind of what I want you to put your mindset. It's very important to put your mindset in that state, right? Read the books if you haven't read them. And so that's kind of how I understand, right? You need to learn marketing, you need to learn business, you need to learn accounting, you need to learn everything that has to do with business, right? Managing, hiring, being able to do your income tax when it comes to business, right? Being able to do payroll, stuff like that, right? It's all that stuff, right? But here's one of the things. The only reason that it took me such a long time and I failed a lot as well was because one of the major things was I never had that person like Robert Kiyosaki. I never had that person I can go to and say, hey, can you help me? I had to go into books and read and audios and be very aware of my surroundings and be like, okay, I don't have a mentor. I don't have anybody that I can turn to. So I need to be very, very aware of stuff. And that's kind of how I learned everything I know. Right, so that's one of the biggest things out there, right? Apart from marketing, right? That you need marketing in your business. The next thing you need is like mentorship. You need some sort of like, like coaching or stuff like that, right? Those are the two major things that you need, right? And so, yeah, and because you need to see, you need to find that thing, right? And when we're going back to the online thing, one of the things that happened in the online world when I came in is that I started to get just so frustrated because I was trying to learn the online marketing. I was trying to do the Facebook. I was trying to do the Instagram. I was trying to do all these things. And I don't know how many times I wanted to just pick that computer up and just, toss it over to the, toss it over to the wall and just break it, right? I mean, I was just like angry, man. I was ready to like, I don't know, punch somebody in the nose or something, right? Good like that, good thing that I work, by myself right here and, inside the house, right? But that's funny. I don't know if you ever, if you can relate to that, but I think, I've gone to, trials and tribulations and stuff like that, right? And most of the time, this is the third thing that I saw that was missing is that, there's a lot of hype. There's a ton of hype out there, that they get rich this and get rich that and do it in fast. And I bought into some of that hype, right? I spent money in some of that hype. And at the end, I was disappointed, maybe disappointed just like you have been in the past, right? And the reason is because when I got into the training, they really weren't delivering on what they were saying, right? They would just kind of like do a couple of videos and then leave you alone, right? There wasn't no workshops, there weren't no mentorship, there weren't no like coaching involved, right? And then if you did want coaching, you gotta pay like thousands and thousands of dollars, right? Depending on some of the coaches, you can pay from up to like $1,000 to upwards like 5,000, 10,000 or more, right? There's people who are charging an enormous amount of money for coaching. And here's the thing, some of them work, right? But the thing is, some of them don't, right? I mean, I had a particular friend who I met here online, and he paid $5,000 for coaching, $5,000 from this, so-and-so guru that he knew all this stuff. And it wasn't that he didn't know it. He did, because he was making millions of dollars. He's making millions of dollars. But the thing is, he got his mentorship, $5,000. Supposedly he was gonna be mentored by him, and guess what? He wasn't even there. It was his team who was coaching everybody. And once in a while, he'll like appear and be like, hey, hi, I'm right here, blah blah blah. Okay, bye, right? And so he, I never saw him succeed, right? I was waiting for him. At that time, I remember I was like, let me see what he's doing. I want to see, let me see if this high-end coaching works, right? So I was very aware of what he was doing. Like I said, right, I'm always aware. And so, but what ended up happening is all of a sudden he stopped communicating. And all of a sudden when I asked him again, it's like, hey, I haven't seen you on Facebook. I haven't seen you. It's like, oh yeah, I quit all that stuff. I just got myself a job. I'm working on, I'm still doing this and that. And I was like, really? I was like, oh, I was thinking to myself, like, wow, so what happened? I mean, in my head, I didn't ask him. I didn't want to ask him. But in my head, I was like, man, what happened? What happened to the $5,000 you paid for coaching, man? It's like, why didn't it work, right? So, those are the things that I've seen, right? And so with the Lead Marketing Academy, I had a vision. I was like, what about if we can find a way to fix that stuff? If we can find a way that it wasn't super expensive, right? It was very affordable, and you get those things, right? You get the right training that if you follow it, right? The training that is actually working, right? Because all the training that we put up behind, on the training center is training that works, right? Why? Because I've proven it to work. I've used it myself. I'm using it still, and this is what's giving me success. It has given me success in the past in order for me to be able to hit those leaderboards, right? I hit the leaderboards. I was, number 2 out of hundreds of thousands of affiliates. I was number 2 of most members sign up, right? I was, always on the leaderboards for most leads, right? So it works. Okay, and believe me, all this stuff works, right? So that's kind of I will say, okay, we got the training. If you go through it, I can't promise you anything. All I can promise you is that it works, because I've seen it work. It's worked for me, and it works for several students, right, that have been implementing it, right? And then the next part is kind of the mentorship, the ongoing coaching stuff, right? This is why we started to implement our private in the elite membership Thursday night workshops. These are like an actual workshop. Let's say you have an actual workshop where you go, where you meet at the library or you meet somewhere, and you bring your computer and look at your computer, right? And I'm like, imagine me being able to go to your house, or me being able to go to a group of friends, and me be out there over your shoulder saying, oh, let me see. Oh, okay, this is what you mean. All right. Oh, that's what. Now I see what you're talking about. Okay, look, why don't we rewrite it like this? Why don't we do this? That would be cool, right? But of course, I can't be flying all over the place, right? And not necessarily I want to be flying all over the place. I have, family and kids. This is why the beauty of the internet is here. But we do have live workshops where we get on what platform that is called Zoom, and the little cameras start to pop up, right? Little cameras, and as many as you can, and each camera is a person who's actually physically there, and they can, you can share your screen. I can see what you're talking about. You'll see me face to face, kind of like a Skype, but with you get the largest mastermind I've been in is been in with 300 members, 300 team members. We had 300 team members at one time in one mastermind, right? That's the biggest I've been in, been a part of, right? So we can fit up to 300, and it's funny because more people wanted to come, but we didn't have room, right? So we were like, your internet better not mess up, because if your internet messes up and you get out, you're not gonna be able to log in because other people coming in, right? So you better not. We were telling that to people, right? But then now imagine, right, a huge mastermind, a huge thing like that. So that's kind of how we do that, right? It's only for our elite cadets, right? So and that way you can have that mentorship, that kind of coaching, right? Now, also, we're gonna start to implement now in the future. We still don't know exactly how we're gonna implement. Like I said, we're fairly a new company, right? We only have several months in doing this, so we're kind of evolving, and we need your help actually to evolve, because with your help you can tell us what you want, what you're looking for, what is it that you always struggle with, and this is your chance to be able to say, hey, look, this is what I've seen in the industry, and I would love to be able to have this, right? Let us know. Send us a message. Send us something. We'll take a look at it, and it's something that a lot of people are going through. That is something that we might be able to implement, right? Something that you share, which you shared with us, and we can be like, hey, you know what? That's a great idea, right? But one of the things that, like I said, that we're looking into with Elite Marketing Academy is being able to have that coaching feeling, right? That coaching relationship, right? Where you can actually set an appointment either with me personally or some of the other success coaches that we have, or and we're gonna have in the future, right? And be able to just be like, hey, you know what? I'm stuck, right? I'm stuck. I need one-on-one. Uh, the workshops are great, right? And I've attended the workshops. I implemented some stuff, but still, I need that personal touch. It's like Robert was like, I need to go to my mentor. I need to go to my coach. I need to go to that person, that one-on-one, right? You set an appointment, and we'll get on Skype, right? We'll get on Skype with you, and we'll see you on a one-on-one basis. And like I said, we're not gonna be breaking the bank. It's actually incredibly affordable, and you're gonna be surprised how affordable it is actually, that we're thinking of charging for all this stuff, which actually right now we already have. And so if you click on that orange button, right, to become an elite cadet, right now we don't know how long that price is gonna last, right? But this package that we're talking about, like I said, just the coaching alone, people are charging like about $5,000 for this stuff, right? Others are charging like 1,000. We're not gonna do that to you. We're not gonna charge you 1,000. We're not gonna charge you $5,000, right? And then imagine them being able to get on a workshop, right? I mean, that's valuable. I don't even know how much value I will put on that, right? Because to be honest, most of my breakthroughs came when I started to get involved on these workshops with my $1 million mentors, right? And we started to do like a kind of like a book club, and we started to read like certain books and discuss them. We will get every week. We will get on these kind of like these kind of workshops, right? And we will actually be doing role playing and stuff. You wouldn't believe the amazement of breakthrough that I got being able to just be present on these workshops, right? Being able to just be present with my millionaire mentor, right? When imagine you being able to be present with your millionaire mentor and being able to ask whatever question you want to ask your mentor, right? And be like, wait a minute, I'm stuck. How is this? Because see, when you get to a certain level, you start to understand, and you get certain experience from your trials and errors and your failures and your gains, right? And your wins that you might not be yet there, but you will get there, right? So what I want to do, my intent is to be able to say to you, it's like, hey, wait a minute. Look, I went that road, and this is what happened to me. If you want to go on that road, go ahead. But I'm just saying that's what happened to me. I'd rather you go this way, where you're gonna be able to, to be able to just have an easier time to do that. Okay, so that's part of like, well, imagine that, right? The greatness of that, right? So like I said, we're not gonna be charging a massive amounts of money, right? But we still don't know how high this our Elite Marketing Academy will be, right? For right now, what we're doing is giving, like, we're grandfathering you in, right? So no matter how much the price goes up or anything like that, you'll still get this lock-in price, right? So if you click on the orange button, you'll see the price. Okay, I want you to click on it because I want you to be surprised. All right, because I know you're thinking of a number, right? I know you're thinking of a number, and I'm pretty sure when you click at it, you're just gonna be like, oh my gosh, are you serious? Are you serious? If you get that feeling, just do it. Just your form, it's a secure form, right? Enter your information, and become an elite cadet. It'll send you over to our now where we have our membership, our grand opening of a membership in there. Grand stuff, right? And this also goes to the cadet members that are in right now, right? Right now we were doing everything on Facebook. You know, for a while everything was free. But what I want you to understand is I want you to be able to also, if you're just a cadet, click on the button right there and become an elite cadet to keep on continue receiving and receive way more stuff, right? Like I said, you're gonna be grandmother or grandfathered into all this stuff, right? And I don't want to say the price because I know that you're gonna just be like, are you kidding me? Like, yeah, I'm doing this now, right? Yeah, I'm signing up. Yeah, I'm joining today, right? It's just, I mean, it's like it's gonna be so great that you're just gonna be like sweaty because you're just like trying to hurry up to get your credit card out and be able to put your numbers in there and stuff like that. Right? It's gonna be like that, right? I know because you know it's funny because like that, I know, you know why, how I know, because I buy a lot of stuff. I'm a buyer, and if you're a buyer, you know exactly how it is, right? And so I've been in webinars where I'm assuming that the price is gonna be very, very large, right? And the moment I go in there and I get surprised, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's it? I'm just like, where's my wallet, man? I gotta get this credit card and put my numbers, fill up the safe and secure form, and buy now, right? That's how I think, right? And then I just buy it, right? So that's kind of what the feeling. I want you to enjoy that feeling that you're gonna get when you're gonna be surprised when you click that orange button that says to become an elite cadet. But you know what? I see Terrence, co-founder of Elite Marketing Academy, kind of showed up right now, and I'm gonna introduce you about 5 minutes. A little bit. But one of the things that I kind of wanted to share before we do that is I wanted to share the 3 deadly obstacles all entrepreneurs should avoid online very quickly. Okay, these are 3 obstacles that if you do not avoid, right? If you're not figuring out a way to, you know, and this is what we teach inside the Elite Marketing Academy. If you become an elite cadet today, that's what we're going to be teaching. That's what we're going to be helping you to avoid these 3 critical mistakes, right? These 3 critical obstacles that people go through. The first one is the one where people do not understand and do not know how to generate traffic. All right, and the mistake that they're doing is that they focus too much on the capturing, making leads or making sales, right? Instead of focusing first on the traffic and focusing all their attention on just one strategy, right? We have several strategies inside the academy right now that you can use, but I suggest just focus on one and make it work. So I would suggest you, like, let's say you pick Instagram, or you pick Twitter, or you pick Facebook, whatever it is, but pick one and then start to work on that one and go into the workshops, you know, set an appointment with your coach, right? Start to implement that stuff until it works for you. Once it works for you, because we'll also teach you how to put it on semi-autopilot, right? Where it's working for you. Once you master that one, then move to the next one. That's one of the biggest obstacles that I've seen. The most new people and even the veterans, you know, are still kind of doing, right? So that's critical mistake number 2. The critical mistake number 2 that a lot of people do still to this time of age that most people are talking about it, you know, a lot of people are telling you, and that's to build a list. I still see a lot of people not collecting emails, and not having their capture pages, not having a way to be able to just send that traffic over to somewhere where they're going to be able to collect all that information, right? All that information, and be able to have all these people who at one point or another, they raised their hand and said, hey, you know what? I'm interested in what you got, right? Because here's the thing, only 1% of the population buys when they visit something, right? So 1%, so out of 100 people, only 1 person is gonna buy. Just think of that, 1 person is gonna buy, and you gotta send 100 people. Are you sending 100? How long is it taking you to send 100 people, right? This is why most people don't make a lot of sales online, because they're not generating enough traffic. The first step is we're gonna teach you how to generate more traffic, right? That's what we're talking about. And then what you want to do is capture that other 99% of the people who are visiting in some sort of list, right? That way you can communicate, which takes me to the number 3 obstacle that a lot of people don't do, is to start to follow up with people. For some reason, people give up too fast, right? And I'm talking about following up. If you're texting somebody, if you're chatting with somebody, or if you're having them on a list and sending them daily emails, people give up too fast. You got to follow up every day, every day. And here's the thing. You don't want to just be pitching. You want to follow up by giving you value. And this is part of the training that we give inside the academy, all right? And one of the best ways to do it is by being able to promote yourself, right? Being able to do that. And how do you do that? The best way we found, and we teach it, and I think, is that we use a specific tool to be able to do follow-ups with that stuff. And that tool is what we share inside the Elite Marketing Academy, and it just explodes your business when you start to understand and learn how to use it properly, and you start to take massive action on that. All right. So right there, those are the 3 obstacles. I know it was kind of short. I know you might want to avoid, but as you can see, they're powerful. And I want to also give a chance for Terrence Freeman to come in. So I don't know if Terrence Freeman's already, if he's ready. But if he is ready to come in and share some information, I would love it for him to come in and share some of his thoughts, some of the trainings and stuff that he's been doing. But with that, my friends, you know what? I'm gonna let him tell you his story. And so pay close attention. You know, like I said, keep on taking notes, right? And if you feel like you want to, like, hesitate from clicking the link and that orange button down there, and being able to join us and become an elite cadet. Also, leave us a comment. Let me know. I want to know how you guys are doing. But with that, my friends, I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic to Terrence Freeman.
What is going on, guys? What is going on? Terrence Freeman here, co-founder of Elite Marketing Academy, along with my partner here, Nestor Nadome, and actually glad I'm here. I know I've been out of the loop for a couple of days, guys. I've been going through some personal issues, but you know, those things are always temporary, as they say. So anyway, how are you guys doing today? Tonight, actually. Maybe you guys are on the West Coast, feeling great. Anyway, look, guys. Think of Elite Marketing Academy. This place is gonna be your savior, guys. Because like Nestor was saying, first, you know, you guys already know who I am. I am from New York City. Let's just get that out of the way. Definitely have gone through, made some bad decisions in the past, but that's neither here nor there. So I'm just moving ahead forward and speaking what's about to come ahead for the future of Elite Marketing Academy, and of course for yourselves. You know, I heard Nestor say here, you know, there's people still here that are you know, that don't use landing pages and all these tools and a lot of stuff. And I know Nestor broke a lot of that stuff down. And what I'm going to share with you guys is simply this: is that, look, there's billions of people online right now, right? And at the hands, right at your very hands, right? You're able to reach people. You're able to build relationships that become relationship marketing, that becomes friends. You know, you're able to build all of that, right? And the main thing here is that you guys got to understand that marketing is not for everyone, you know, and it's something that you want to do. And being a salesperson, same thing. It's not for everyone, but it's something that you want to do. You know, something that you see, that you say to yourself, wow, you know what? How can I build more confidence for myself? Well, you do something to make you feel uncomfortable, right? That's what I did. Like yesterday, I did an example for a friend of mine that is a security guard at the agency I'm at, and you know, I did an example of how I do my videos, and he was like, I'm ready to buy now. Like, dude, you convincing me right now. And, you know, he's looking to become a member of this academy also. But the fact of the matter is, guys, is that, like I said, everything we have it right in the palms of our hand. We have it right in front of us. We can connect with everyone. And then we have all of these platforms and new platforms that are coming out. Right? I mean, look at this Pokemon thing. They got people walking around with their phones looking for deals. You want to talk about a marketing a big marketing dent like that. That is making a dent in the market world right now, especially when it comes to the apps. So it's the same thing with the Elite Marketing Academy. We're making a dent. We're making a dent. The thing that makes us unique, the thing that makes us unique is that we're starting this thing from the bottom, and giving every person that wants to learn, that's willing to give themselves, um, um, that's willing to give themselves time to elevate and increase their income, then this is where you want to be, because what we have inside is just way too much information, and a lot of that information, to be honest, um, just can't be it just can't be for free. I mean, it just can't, and that is why it's important that you become a member of the Elite Marketing Academy. Become a member, okay? Get in the group and become a member, and then this way we can start connecting with you and figuring out what it is that you need help in. Because just like everything else, guys, we get taught everything. Me and Esther were taught these platforms and how to use these platforms, and we're talking 3-4 years. And why not have it where everyone can get access to this thing at a reasonable rate, number one, and number two is that without it, it's being stuck. I mean, you can do all the network marketing you want. Right now, if you look at all the companies that are out there, they're using autoresponders, network marketing, MLM companies, the same companies that said years ago, trust me, because I was one MLMer, and I was always belly to belly because that's what I was taught. I mean, and anyway, that's the traditional way of marketing versus the online market. But when your companies are saying that back in 2010, and now they got everyone get on their own autoresponders, their own landing pages within the company's page, because they know that they're losing a ton of money if they don't dominate that space, if they don't get in to the internet and get caught up on the web. I mean, that's why it's called the web, so it can grab you, right? So bottom line is that here at Elite Marketing Academy, we just want to help people. We want to help people advance. We want to help people make more money in whatever it is that they're doing. And I noticed that a lot of people, continue doing the repetitive stuff, and some people sometimes, feel like that maybe I don't need to invest in this, or maybe it just won't be the right thing for me, or maybe this won't be a perfect fit. But nothing in the world is perfect, right? But the fact is that you have to get caught up with what it is you want to put out there in the marketplace. I mean, you want to be caught up with what's happening online, and here in the Elite Marketing Academy, we are so caught up and giving you guys exactly what's going on and what you guys should be doing now in 2017. And I say 2017 because we market like 2017. 2016 is past already. And look, the year's already halfway gone. So you might as well start looking ahead. You gotta look at what your people want. Who are the people on your team, what it is that they want. And on top of that, if you're on this thing and you have a team, you want to get all of your team members in this group. You want to get all of your team members in the Elite Marketing Academy because you want them to all get taught the same thing. I was going to say curriculum, but it's not. This is not a curriculum. You know what I mean? But the same training. You want everyone on your team to be on the same page, right? Because that's how. Imagine you have a team of, let's say, 100 people, 200 people that's on your team, and you are that sponsor. You are teaching them, right? You're the one that's showing them. And a lot of them are following you because you are their sponsor. And one bad habit that people do have is that they rely on their sponsors. You know what I mean? They truly rely on their sponsors, and they'll listen to whatever the sponsor says. And if the sponsor says to go out there and continue handing out business cards in Walmart and doing this and that, you will still do it. You know what I'm saying? But if you bring your team members here, even your sponsor, you bring them in here too. You bring them in here too, because if your sponsor is not teaching you exactly what's going on right now in the marketplace, which is the internet dominating everything, and the internet's not going anywhere, guys. It's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to keep advancing and keep growing. You know what I'm saying? By the time you know it, you walk into your kitchen 30 years from now, you think of something, and an ad is going to pop up in front of your face, like in the movie what's that Tom Cruise movie, man? Anyway, God, I hate when I forget that. But anyway, you know, he walked into his kitchen and, you know, he went to make some food and a Gap ad popped up, like, you know, out of nowhere. It's like now, like if you click on an Amazon ad in the site and you click on a Canon camera, guess what happens when you log off of Amazon and you don't buy? You log into your Facebook and you get on the news feed, you're gonna see that ad right there on your news feed. The same camera you were just looking at in Amazon. So that's what's happening, guys. And you want to learn all of this stuff. You want to learn how to track your clients. You want to learn how you are going to attract them, right? Besides you tracking them, doesn't mean you're spying on them. The fact is, though, the internet is doing that for you. You know what I'm saying? But when you learn how to do ads, Facebook ads, how to do Instagram ads, how to do Twitter. Right now, Twitter ads is on fire. You know what I'm saying? They're catching up right now. You know, and I'm always reading up on social media. So right now, Twitter is where people should be focusing on ads right now, because there's not a lot of people doing it. They're doing Facebook. You got a ton of people doing Facebook right now, ads. So bottom line is that if you can learn, as we have, how to use Facebook ads and track your clients, your prospects, the people you're trying to reach out to, right? You want that ad to pop up in their face constantly, whether it's a webinar, whether it's a training that you have, a free training, whether you're selling socks and shoes and t-shirts. The fact of the matter is, guys, is that tracking is key when you're dealing with the internet. And especially if you're marketing and doing network marketing, again, there's not many offliners who are doing it. And if you're in this group already and you're watching this, congratulations, because you're ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? The fact is, you got to go in and dig into that training. And you got to let Nesta and I know exactly what it is you guys really are looking for. You know, because I can't, me personally, I'm not a psychic. I can't think of what it is you need help in or where you're stuck. You know, I wish I was. If I was a psychic, I'd probably be a multi-billionaire, to be honest. You know what I mean? So, I mean, bottom line is we gotta know what it is that you need help in, right? And think of it. The academy is not there just so people can be there. The academy is there for you guys to use it and utilize it. You know what I'm saying? As we're continuing updating the training, and now that we got these sites ready for you, and look, the bottom line is that you guys, right now, especially who've been in, like you guys are gonna get grandfathered into this platform that we have. That I'm telling you guys, I'm super pumped about it. I mean, I'm just super pumped about how much work Nesta has put into this thing and the time that he puts into it. And you know, I appreciate all of that. You know what I'm saying? And all of you guys who are here. But now it's time for you guys to start taking action and start letting us know exactly what it is you're doing, what it is you need help in, and reach out to us. You guys need to communicate with us so that way we know what it is you want to focus on. Like, you know, right now, the next 90 days, I'm gonna be doing something next week. So in the next 90 days, I'm gonna focus on that one thing. You know, like Nesta was saying, look, you learn that one thing and you do it for the next 90 days. You stick with that, because that's what's going to help you advance. It's like doing Facebook ads and the Instagram ads, like I was saying. If you learn that, right, you can learn that in a day, and you go out there the next day and you commit yourself to 90 days to building an ad campaign, right? And once you do that, you commit to it for the next 90 days. You know what I mean? And then you work on something else. You can go into an Instagram ad, or you can do a blog. I mean, blogging is definitely one of the biggest. I mean, I was telling a guy yesterday how important it is to really have a blog. Even now in 2016, it wasn't as much as important it is back in 2010 and 2011. Many people had a blog, but now a lot of people see the importance of having a blog, because that is bringing your content and bringing your value out into the marketplace. It just doesn't have to be about being positive or just sharing your story. At the end of the day, you still want to communicate and make that reach with somebody. You know what I mean? And what we have in our modules in the back office of our Elite Marketing Academy, look, in that page alone, guys, the modules that Nesta has provided there and the trainings, guys, all of that stuff there really works. I mean, it wouldn't be there if it wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? And we need to hear from you guys who's doing it and if it's working. So this way we know exactly, what more we can add on. Even though as we're going to be continuing to add on so much more training into this platform. But again, you guys want to get in this group, right? Hit that button down below. It's a big yellow button, I believe, right? Down in the little corner there. You hit that button, become a member in the group, and then also you want to become a member. Okay, guys? It's important that you become a membership. Okay, this is not just a group. Like, you wanna be definitely involved in this. You wanna be involved in something. And again, we're only here to help. I know I was a bit all over the place. I just got home. Like Tuesdays is probably like the worst night for me lately, because I got to run the office for a couple weeks with my boss being gone. So Tuesday's like the worst day. So I'll be definitely coming in after 9, but I'm here, and there's no excuses, obviously. And again, we're here for you guys. We just want to help you guys expand. We want to help you guys expand your reach. We want to help you guys be able to communicate more. Bottom line is customer relationship marketing, man. If you guys learn that shit, you guys are going to make a lot of money. Customer relationship marketing is what's key right now. CRM, write it down. Customer relationship marketing. That is key right now. That is the key thing for you guys right now. All right? So stay focused. You guys already who are in the group, become elite members. You guys already who are watching this thing and not in the group yet, get in the group and then become elite members within the membership. And let's just take action. Let us know exactly what it is you need help in again. And look, you're either here or you're not, because me and Nesta are going to do it with or without you. Bottom line, But you can add on to that, Ness.
All right. Oops, I turned off my camera. Sorry, guys. All right, I was trying to unmute myself and I turned off my camera. So that, everything that Terrence said, it's like he said, right? It's correct. You guys got to become an elite member. But what I want to do right now is I want to do some of the Q&A questions that some of the cadets have asked. And because I sent an email and I put it on a thing and I say, hey, ask us questions, right? That's what we do, right? When you become a cadet, either just a cadet with a free membership, or now if you become an elite cadet with a paid membership, you can ask us questions. But that's one of the perks of becoming an elite marketing academy cadet. But what I want to do right now, I have 3 questions from 3 cadets, and I want to do it just kind of quickly. And one of the first questions, it says, how do I connect the funnel when your company gives you one already, right? So let's say, for instance, that he's talking about I believe he's in a network marketing company. And so what he's talking about, what about if my network company already gives me like, like the funnel, right? Like the capture pages, stuff like that. How do I do what the training tells me to do so I can promote myself instead of the company? So I can put my face in front instead of the company, right? That's very simple. We go over it on Online Marketing 101 inside the Academy, and it's a 5-day course that you can take, right? And the way you do it is you're gonna want to have your own system, your own tools, and to enable you to do this, because see that like I remember I said at the beginning that only 1% of the population who visits your sites buys. So that you're losing the people, right? And even though you might be capturing leads already with what your company is giving you, there's a confusion. See, people, you got to be very straightforward and very congruent with everything you do, right? So let's say, for instance, you're promoting on Facebook or on Instagram, it doesn't matter where, and it's your face and it's you talking, and then you say, hey, by the way, blah, 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 right? And then you get people to actually click on the link and they go into that funnel, which is your company, which is great. I'm pretty sure it works and it's probably been tested, but the thing is, most of the time what's happening is that they have a target market in mind. They have a specific person they're talking to when they're creating these funnels, right? And it might not be specifically the ones you're talking to, right? Because people are relating to you and they might not relate to the funnel, right? So you want to kind of leave that towards the end. You're going to want to do something at the front end where you have your own capture page, right? And then when they put in their email, is you saying thank you to them. That is more powerful. That creates more trust. It creates more they get to like you better, right? They get to trust you and know you better when you're the one who say, hey, thank you for entering that email, blah, 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 so and so. By the way, I want, and that's when you introduce your company. That's when you introduce your team. You can say, hey, by the way, I want to introduce you to what I'm doing, what I've been up to, the way I've been making money, the way, blah, blah, whatever it is that you want to do. And then you send them over to your company's business, right? The sales page. That's when you send them. But after, it's kind of like if you have a friend and you have a stranger, right? And if the stranger tells you, hey, there's a sale, blah, 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 there's a TV you can buy. Are you gonna trust that stranger that you all of a sudden you just met, or are you gonna trust your friend saying, hey man, I just came from the store and they got a sale? Dude, go. You'd be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go, right? You'll listen to your friend. Well, you are your followers' friend, right? You are their friend. So you gotta be there in front of them first. If you send them all to the company, they're gonna be like, whoa, what is this? I thought I was going to you. Who are these people, right? And even though it might work, it will work better if you have it, right? So that's question number one. The second question is this: I have a small team and we want to start our own weekly online meetings. How do I do this, right? So again, network marketing, right? Most of the people who we have are network marketers. And so it's very essential that you start your own weekly meetings, right? The same thing that if you're starting like home meetings, right? So home meetings are starting to turn into online meetings now, right? So instead of inviting somebody to somebody's home, you say, hey, click this link and you can meet us online, without even stepping outside your home. That's one of the greatest things. So one of the ways that you do it, in order for, if you have a team, there's what these things are called replicable websites. Sometimes your company, if you're in any company like an internet marketing or something like that, they'll give you a replicable website, kind of like the sales page, right? Well, in Elite Marketing Academy, we don't have a training yet, but we will have, where we're gonna teach you how to do replicable websites. And what this means is that you see the link on top of the website. If you put a little code, just a tiny little code, and then you put your username that you're using in your company, when and like another team member does the same thing and they share it somewhere else, and another team member does the same thing and they share it somewhere else, that person who shares that link with that little code, that's a person who gets the credit when they buy, right? When somebody makes a decision and buys, right? And they make a decision and join, right? They're gonna be joining under the person who sends them, right? That's very simple to do, and we're gonna have that in the pipeline soon. So number three, and to end it up, because we're almost coming up to the top of the hour, it says I have about 300 plus followers on Instagram. Yeah, I'm not getting any leads. What can I do? Okay, so that's very vague, right? And the reality is that 300 followers is not that much yet. All right. What in my experience and the experience of my students, of our students in Elite Marketing Academy, or not necessarily Elite Marketing Academy, but our students in general, have been that when they hit about 1,000 followers is when you start to see some sort of momentum, right? You kind of start seeing something 300 and 400, but when you hit that 1,000, that's your first major goal when you're doing Instagram. It's like hit that 1,000. When you hit that 1,000, it's not gonna be like you're gonna blow up, but you're gonna start to see some sort of momentum, right? You're gonna get more followers a little easier. The leads are gonna start to drip in, right? And then you're gonna start maybe seeing some sales, maybe, right? But as every 1,000 that you hit, it just gets easier and easier, right? You know, when you get to like a 4,000, it just starts to flow. Like all of a sudden, it just starts to flow without not a lot of effort. And that we do teach in the Elite Marketing Academy right now. We do have that training. So if you haven't gone there and you're asking this question, it might be because you haven't gone through that training, right? Or maybe now you are not you're not an elite member, right? So what you're gonna want to do is click the link on the bottom, the orange one, become an elite member, and then you can access to everything. You get access to everything that we have, right? All right. So those are the questions. Excuse me. Sorry, my pen dropped. Those are the questions. Like I said, if you are a member and you have questions, ask us. Did you want to share something, Terrence?
Yeah, let me just add to the, for that third question. I mean, you can get to 1,000 followers within 3 or 4 days. All you need to do, honestly, is like whatever it is that you like it. You have to like everybody's stuff, but like and leave them a comment. Spend like an hour doing that, and you will start to see. If you spend an hour every day, and you go through your Instagram feed, you like, comment, whatever you see, man, you give them, kudos, you say hello, you engage. Because that is what builds the following in Instagram. Besides your image just being up there, if you click like and comment on it, that person is going to go to your profile, is going to follow you and like that's the whole thing with Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Is everyone liking each other's postings, and it's, again, it's all images. And then leaving comments and leaving the comments, and that's how people are building fast followers. I mean, it's all in the engagement. If you engage a lot every day, if you just engage, comment with people you don't even know, you will start to see, like Nesta say, an increase of the following. And again, we have a training there that Nesta did that is specifically and will help you with that. It'll definitely help you if you do that training and do exactly what it said in what it says to do in that Instagram training. Believe me, by the end of this week, you'll have, by Friday, you can have 1,000 followers. You do that training tonight, and then you go in tomorrow and you take that, you do exactly what's in that training. You can have 1,000 followers by Friday, Saturday. You just gotta engage more. People will engage more with you. Trust me. I just wanted to add that.
Cool. Yep. Like Terrence says, we do go into way more detail. Like that Instagram training that we have, that Instagram course is about, I believe it's also 5 days. And when I say 5 days, it's 5 videos, right? But I like to do it in 5 days so it won't overwhelm you, because the way that you're gonna go through our courses is that we build them in a way where you can have. It's best when you have 2 screens, right? You have a window with a training and a window with what you're doing, right? Or your phone and Instagram. And so we're telling you what to do. The instructor tells you what to do, and you pause the video, then you go do it. And because one of the things that from experience and from a lot of people who will tell me is that don't try to go through the training and then say, okay, I'm going to go through the whole training and then come back and then do it again, then do it. Don't do that, because most of the time, why waste your time going through the training when you can just do it now, right? When you can just take action now, right? It's like, just do it while you're there. Just pause the video, do what the instructor tells you to do, and then just do it and get it done, and then put that video up again. This is why I tell you, it's just what, and most of them are like about 30 to an hour so in length, the instructions. And so they're not very overwhelming. They're very simple. It's very, 1, 2, 3. If you do not do like how I'm saying, if you do not pause the videos, you will be more overwhelmed because you're gonna try to remember to do things, and we only hold about 20% of the information. That's why the best way to do it is put a screen up, put the next screen up. The instructor tells you to do something, you go out there and go and do it right away. Then come back, say, okay, what's next? Bam, right? That's like if I was there right with you. If I was right there standing with you and you tell me, Nestor, teach me what to do, that's what I would do. Wouldn't it, right? It would be like that, where I would say, okay, let me see your Instagram account. What would you do? Would you wait until I finish the training? Would you wait an hour of me talking until you open up the Instagram? No, I'll be like, let me see your Instagram. Boom, you will show me your Instagram. Okay, let me see. Okay, now why don't you do this? And you will do it. Okay, let me do it. And then why don't you do that? Okay, you do it, right? You wouldn't wait until I talk to you all the time until you do it. So pretend that I'm right there with you, that the instructor is right there with you, all right? And then do that. And that's kind of how you're gonna want to do it. But with that, my friends, thank you so much. And then one more thing, and if you get stuck somewhere, right, and you need that live interaction, like man, I can't do this. I went to the thing, I paused it. One, that means that it's still not good enough, and we'll probably remake that training. But two, the easiest thing to do is you can get on the workshop. If it's a very simple question, to get on the workshop, say, hey guys, I'm having trouble with this. And then we'll look at it, be like, oh, we'll fix it. You move on with your way, and you start to create, traffic, leads, and sales, and do good with your business, right? So if you enjoy this training, even if you're watching the recording, because we're gonna leave this for 24 hours probably, grab your gift, because we will take it away in 24 hours. It will be taken away, and it will not be there. Grab your gift now. Even if you're watching the recording, get it now, because most likely it's not gonna be there. If it's not there, I'm sorry. And there's nothing we can do. The programmer already was told to take it off in 24 hours, and we tell him, and we're like, you know what, just do it. And so we're not gonna pay the guy or to do it again. So just grab your gift and get it, and save it and stuff, right? With that, my friend, thank you so much for being here. I don't know if Terrence wants to say something else. Do you want to say something else, Terrence? You want to say a goodbye?
Guys, man, thank you for being here. And again, guys, share this group. Again, if you have a team, bring them into the Elite Marketing Academy, so that way they can get, if you know people in your downline, even if you have a small team, and they're in the same struggles as you are going through, if your platform that you're promoting is not giving you the exact training you need, then you're responsible to bring your team over to where to the Elite Marketing Academy group and become elite members of the internet. Damn, I think I like the way that sounds. Elite members of the internet. In other words, you want to dominate your space, right? So just like Nestor said, you get the training, and in fact, especially if you have a small team, with the training we have in there now, you guys do it together. And again, you give yourself them 90 days. And I guarantee you, within them 90 days, you won't be saying you have a small team anymore. So just make sure that, you invite your team members, invite your new members, let them have the opportunity so they can get the experience of how to really get going online. Because one thing about Elite Marketing Academy, my friends, is that we don't wait. We keep moving forward, not like a locomotive. We just keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And you guys do not want to leave. You guys don't want to be left behind. You don't want to be staying lagging behind. You know what I'm saying? We're not here to leave no one behind. You know what I mean? But we want to make sure that you doing your 50%, we'll take care of the other 50%. Deal? That's the deal right there, guys. If you do your 50%, we'll take care of your 50%. Don't worry. And you'll see that within the next couple of weeks, you'll be increasing. So again, invite, bring them in, so that way they themselves get the opportunity. And again, remember, you're the sponsor. So if you have a team, small team, big, and they're not getting exactly the results they need, you're responsible to bring them here, especially if you're in this group already. Okay, so you should be giving them the opportunity for those guys on your team to expand also, rather than before they quit on you, before they leave, and you get all this, you know, disorientated in your mind, and discomfort starts coming. You get discouraged. And you're like, I can't do this. That happens a lot, my friends. So please bring them in. Bring them into the elite. We'll take care of the other 50%.
Oh, exactly, guys. That's what we're here for. One of our, before I'm gonna shut it down, but one of our vision is to become the #1 sought after training center in the world, right? That's what we envision. We want to become the #1, right? We want to become the #1 in getting people results, getting your results, getting your team. We want to be where like Terrence says, like if they're not giving you the support of the team, don't worry, you can still stay in. We want you to stay in your company, because this is not an opportunity. We want you to understand that what we're doing in the Elite Marketing Academy is not an opportunity. Like, you can't come here and make money with us, right? We're just here to help you make money. That's our intentions. And we like to do it like that because we want to make sure that we leave it nice and clean and in a nice safe zone where you can feel like, hey, you're coming here to learn. You're coming here to be able to understand how to get results in your company, right? In your company. So if you got a team, if you have a company, no matter what it is, if you have a restaurant, real estate, whatever it is that you're on, you can come here and we'll teach you all about online marketing. But my friend, thank you so much. We're gonna be here next Tuesday, right? Every Tuesday we're gonna be giving training. Every Tuesday we give training. So get on there. If you haven't done it, just register to one of our pages, and you'll start to get reminders, automatic reminders of when our trainings are at. That's if you're out there. If you are becoming a cadet, then you're gonna get the reminders all the time. So don't worry about that as an elite cadet as well. But with that, my friend, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. For those of you who have made a decision to get in and become an elite cadet today, I want to congratulate you. We're gonna work with you, make sure that you're on the right track. Okay. And I want to congratulate you in person when you're in there. For those of you who are kind of on the line, don't worry about it. Get in, just try it out. It's not a big deal. Go in there, check it out. If you don't like it, hey, you know what? It's like anything. It's like if you go into a store, you don't like it, walk out, right? Nobody's gonna get offended. It's not gonna be a big deal. But with you guys, I want to be able to put all my effort and all my strength to helping you guys get results. And I know Terrence feels the same way, and all the success team inside the Elite Marketing Academy feels the same way, that we want to help you succeed. Your success is actually our success. If you don't succeed, if you're not succeeding, guess what? We're not really succeeding. We're not really doing our job. Our job is to help you succeed, right? So our dream is to make your dreams come true. With that, my friends, thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you inside the Elite Marketing Academy in the membership site, as well in the Facebook group now, right? So thank you so much. We'll see you next week at the same time, every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Eastern. With that, I'll see you next week, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.